record it. All right. So welcome to lesson 2. Today we're going to focus on consonant sounds and the TH sounds. Every lesson we will have a topic where you can practice those sounds, because this is a conversation type of class. I wish I could give you more conversation, but we only have 1 hour. So this week, the conversation topic is about things. Actually, it's things and stuff. Do we have too much? Things and stuff. All right, so let's get going. So let's take a look at our objectives today. Jarson, do you want to read the objectives, please?
Hang on, just a minute. Okay. Objectives. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify the difference between a vowel and consonant.
Yep. Consonant.
Sound.
Yes.
Yeah. Improve your English sound production of the TH sounds and in a conversation about things. Yep. Have fun.
Of course, you have to have fun. That's our objective, always. So remember last week, I introduced you to the pronunciation framework. Here it is again. Our focus for this course is sound production. Next course will be these other 1, 2, and 3. And we talked last week about some of the problem sounds that you have. So in general, sound production can be divided into 2 kinds of sounds, and we have different ways to teach you how to pronounce those sounds depending on whether it's a consonant or a vowel. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to focus on consonants, and then we'll focus on vowels. So the question is, what is a consonant? What is a consonant? Can anybody define that? Does anybody know?
Vowel sounds.
Mia, what do you think? What's a consonant?
Isn't vowel sounds?
That is exactly the right answer. A consonant isn't a vowel. Okay, so anything that's not a vowel is a consonant. So let's start with vowels. Okay, what is a vowel? What is a vowel? Mia, do you have an idea of that?
A, E.
Right, I knew you were going to say that.
I, O, U.
Right. And so when we're in school, and maybe when you were in English school, they would say, what is a vowel? And they would say A, E, I, O, U. And we were always drilled in this. This is a vowel. But actually, those are the vowel letters, not the vowel sounds. The vowel sounds, and again, I'm trying to teach you the difference between the sounds and the letters, because that's really, really important. And I gave you some homework about that, vowels and letters. There's actually 14 vowel sounds. There's 5 letters, but there's actually 14 distinct vowel sounds. And so that's a problem, because we don't have 14 letters that represent it. And also these letters, of course, represent different sounds in Portuguese, which causes all sorts of problems. Okay, so I want to give you a definition for what is a vowel, and it goes like this. Oh, I need here. Vowels stretch. Consonants stop. Okay, so if you look at these vowels, this is this is like in black. Not in Portuguese, by the way. Not in Portuguese, this sound. The letter is, but it makes a different sound. This one, the letter is the sound eh, like in red, not in Portuguese. Okay, you're starting to see a pattern here. This letter I is in Portuguese, but it makes a different sound. Okay, it's I. This sound is not in Portuguese. This is why you're having problems. This sound is ah, like in coffee. Okay, coffee, you don't really have this. Okay, but you can make this ah. This sound, you have it. This is not, but the letter makes a different sound in Portuguese. This is Okay, you can make this letter, this sound, no problem. Ah, okay, but it's not oo. Okay, it's ah. So this is part of the problem. Some of it is about the symbols that you use. Consonants are different. Consonants stop. So Erica, what is this sound? Erica, what is this sound that I'm pointing to?
I can see this slide, the next slide. I have in my computer just the one slide.
You don't see the letter B?
No,
Do the rest of
I-
you see the letter B?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I don't know what's going on then.
I don't know because I think it's my computer has
Oh,
a
okay.
problem.
Oh,
I'm-
okay. All right.
I'm
Okay, well, I'll let, hopefully you can fix that. Carlos, what is this sound?
B.
It's the letter B, but what is the sound? B,
B. B.
B, okay?
B.
So, B. Okay, so
B.
again, I'm trying to get you, I'm trying to get you comfortable with, when I represent this with the two diagonal lines in red, it's the sound, not the letter, because in
Okay.
English, they're different. Okay, and I need a way to represent sounds, not letters. So this is B, this
B.
is K, 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 this is F, this is D, okay? So this is the sound. And by the way, the letters don't always make these sounds, okay, in English, which is part of the problem. All right, so that's what consonant sounds are. Any questions?
No,
No,
not yet.
okay, no, not yet. No, you're saving,
Terry,
yes.
Terry, I
Yes.
go out and I go in again, okay?
Okay, yeah,
Because
that's
I'm
fine.
not sure what the problem. I can't see nothing in my computer.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you back in, don't worry.
Okay, just
All right. No
one
problem.
second.
Yeah, sure. All right. So remember this Venn diagram, which I'm still working on. In fact, I noticed some mistakes in here today. So this is in progress. This is an attempt to show you the sounds in Portuguese and English. And actually, the consonant sounds are above the dotted line, okay? So the question is, why are these sounds so difficult for you to produce? And there's a couple of reasons. Okay, so in the middle, again, are sounds that are produced in both English and in Portuguese, usually, but maybe by different letters. Okay, so most of them you can say, okay, this is, again, I'm still changing this. On the left are the sounds that you don't have. There she is. Are the sounds that you don't have in Portuguese. Okay, so these ones here, the th, the, and the ing are not in Portuguese, which is why you have trouble pronouncing them. That makes sense. But the other problem is that there's some sounds that are represented by other letters. Now, this is a problem in English by itself, because sometimes the letters don't represent the sounds that you expect. But an added complexity is that it's different in Portuguese. So for example, if you look at this word, Rodrigo, who is one of my students, he's not here today. Okay, when people say his name, it sounds like a h sound, Rodrigo. Now, my Portuguese is terrible, okay? So when that letter R is at the beginning of the word, you don't pronounce it like an R, you pronounce it sounds to us like an H. It's a hard H. It's like Rodrigo. I don't know. Carlos, how do you say Rodrigo?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. So it's like a loose R. Okay, so I've heard some say Rodrigo. I've seen some say Rodrigo, but it's very similar to RH sound, ha, right? So that's
Yeah.
the problem when it's at the beginning, because you see this R and you make the h, and then we don't understand you. Okay, but it means that you can make a h sound, and you can also make a hard r sound. Okay, so those sounds are easy for you to produce, but you just produce them at the wrong time. So sometimes when you see the letter W at the beginning, you don't pronounce the w sound. That's a difficult that's difficult because you don't really have a W at the beginning of words. Is that right? Do you have a w at the beginning of words in Portuguese?
No.
Yeah, you
No.
don't. So sometimes this also sounds like an H. So the other day I heard somebody say the word WAS, which I call was, and she said huz, and I was like, what? So that's another problem. And the letter T causes all sorts of problems. In English anyway, because T makes different sounds, but sometimes the T in Portuguese makes a ch sound. My understanding is that you have the ch sound in Portuguese, but only in words that are imported, like chow, like chow. That is made with a letter T, but it sounds like a ch. So you can see all the problems. So it's not you, it's about a problem with the sounds and the letters that are represented. Okay, I know this is really complicated. So now we get to the part where we're solving your problem. Okay, are you ready? Okay, I hope you're ready. I'm ready. Okay, so I will post that Venn diagram out for you so you can take a look at it, closer. Okay. But I do want to focus most of the class today on the problem sounds, which and here we're going to start with this sound, and it's the TH sounds. So these are the sounds that are made by the letters TH. Okay, and we're going to talk about things and stuff. So if you remember the pronunciation framework again, these are actually two sounds. These are two sounds. They're spelled exactly the same, but we actually make two different sounds. And I'm representing them therefore two different ways. So the first one here, this with the capital T and the lowercase h, is the sound that you produce when you say the word the. Okay, so whereas this one with the two capital letters is a different sound, and it's the sound that you make in the word thing. So this is the, and this is thing. Can you hear that there's a difference? Can you hear that there's a difference? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is harder? Which one is harder for you, the first or the second? Anybody?
Maybe the first one.
The first one is harder for you? Okay, what about the rest of you? Which one is harder? Can you unmute and tell me which one is harder for you, the or thing?
For me, think.
This, the second one. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Mia, what's hard for you? Mia?
I think is the.
This one is harder for you. That's really interesting. Juliana, are you there? Yeah, which one is
I
harder?
think the second.
Is that right? Okay, so let's think of other words that are similar so that you can see how popular these sounds are in the English language. So what are some other words that make this the sound? Can you give me just shout out some other words? What are some other words that have this the sound? Like there's words like this and that, right? Can you give any other words?
Those.
Those,
Dumb,
sure. It's often these
dumb,
them, right? It's often these types of words that are substitutions for other words, like this, that, those, these, them. It's those types of words. All right. What about the TH, the th sound, like in thing? What are some other words that have that same sound?
Thursday.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Perfect. What else? Thing,
Thought.
think, right? What was the other one?
thought,
Thought,
Yeah.
thought. Yeah, thought. for sure. Though, oh, no, sorry.
Throw.
Though-
Thank
though
you.
would be over,
Thank you.
oh, thank you. Though would be over here, but for example, through would be over here. Thank you. Yeah, sure. So these are in very common words. Okay, these are in very common words. And actually, interestingly, the difference between the sound on the left and the sound on the right, there's only one difference. It makes a different sound, but actually the way you produce the sound, and sound is produced with your mouth. Oh, there's another one, mouth.
No.
Another one, mouth. Okay. The way that you produce it with your mouth and your tongue and your voice and your breath. Okay, so you put those things together and you get a sound. The only difference between the sound on the left and the sound on the right is breath. They're actually made exactly the same way. But usually this one, the second one, is harder because you have to do all of those things, mouth, voice, tongue, and breath. Okay, for the second one, but they're actually called sister sounds in linguistics because they're made exactly the same way. The difference is the difference is breath. Now, your problem with both these sounds has to do with your tongue position. Okay, that's why you have trouble with this, is because you don't put your tongue in the right place. Okay. So let's take a look at, let's hear a conversation. I'm going to have you listen to a conversation that I made. I hope you laugh at this because remember, you have to have fun. This is a conversation about things. This is my daughter, Talia, when she was a teenager. Okay, now she's 25 now. But as you listen, I want you to hear how she pronounces and how I pronounce the TH. Okay, here it is. Oh.
Apple just announced their new iPhone, the Apple 28. It's so cool.
Do you really need another thing? Didn't you just buy a new phone?
Yes, but I need this one. It has 5 cameras, so I think I need that.
Talia, you have enough things. I think you want it, not you need it.
You never understand me. I hate my life.
So for those of you who have teenagers or have been around teenagers, you're pretty familiar with "I hate my life." And you might also, I see Carlos laughing, right? So Carlos, you're almost there. Okay. You're almost there. It may be that they always want things. So there's two themes here, things and teenagers, right? That you hate, you're always ruining their life. Now, this is actually not Talia. What you heard was my other daughter, Becca, because if Talia knew I was doing this, she would kill me. Okay, so I did this with Becca. But let's look at the two TH sounds used here. So which one is the sound? Where do you see the sound, or where do you hear that? Which words have that? Just shout them out. Like there, right? There, the, right?
Things.
No, thing is the other one, right?
This one.
This,
That.
this, that. I think that's it. And the other one is the breath one. Okay, so which ones are those? Like you said, Carlos, thing, right? That's the other one. And thing and what? Think, right? That's all there is, thing and think, right? Okay, so we use these all the time. You're going to have a chance to practice this conversation in just a minute. Before we do that, I want to teach you how to pronounce these things. Okay, so here's the fun part. So the difference between the sound, the first one, and the second one is about breath. Okay, they're produced the same way. The one on the right, you have to blow out, that you can see the picture. Okay, so that's the difference. But the way that you make it is very, very important. You have to stick your tongue out. And those of you who are with me in Sip and Chat, remember this, but you have to stick your tongue out, and your tongue has to be past your teeth, okay? It has almost like, you can see she's almost biting her tongue. If you can't bite your tongue, now don't do that because that hurts. But if your mouth is not in the position to bite your tongue, then you're going to get a different sound. It will be sink instead of think. It will, or it might be duh instead of the. Okay, so Portuguese people say either for this sound, they say duh. For this sound, they say sink. Okay, both those bad sounds, which causes problems, are produced because your tongue is not far out, and it's going to feel uncomfortable. Okay, so now when you do this, the other hard part is you have to be like a snake. You know, a snake that has the tongue and it comes in, right? So you have to put your tongue passed out and then bring it in really quickly. So that's easier to do at the beginning of the word than the end of the word. Okay, so we're going to practice this. Okay, we're going to practice the no breath. Okay, so just so you can see, before we do that, just so you can see the difference, let's pronounce these two words, the and think. But I want you to put your hand here. Okay, so you can feel the breath. So say the.
The.
Okay, do you feel anything? The. Nothing on your hand, right? But say think.
Think.
Sim.
Do you feel? Yeah, think. Yeah, you
Think.
should feel breath. Okay, so for all of these ones, you should have breath. And if you're not sure, then do this. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's get the tongue in the right position for all these letters. Okay, so it's like this. Now, sometimes I teach like this, where you have to touch your thumb. I know it looks a little weird, but we're all friends here, so don't worry. This will get you to extend your tongue. Okay, so this is how I do it. The. Okay, so I will say it and you repeat it, and feel free to do this. It really works. Okay, the. Repeat.
The.
This.
This.
There.
There.
Though.
Though.
Other.
Other.
Now this is harder, right? Now
Yeah.
your thumb should be wet by now, okay? Bathe.
Bathe.
Now this E is silent. Okay, I'm saying it because I'm trying to say it slowly, but it actually sounds like bathe. Bathe. So the E is actually not fully pronounced. It is actually considered to be silent, but it changes the sound of the TH. This is the verb to take a bath, to bathe. Okay, let's do that one more time. The.
That.
This.
This.
There.
There.
Though.
Though.
Other.
Other.
Bathe.
Bathe.
Okay, how did that feel?
Difficult.
Does it feel weird? Does it feel weird to put your tongue out like that? Yeah?
Yeah.
It should. But as you do this more and you listen to yourself and you pronounce the sound, you will be able to bring your tongue back in. It just has to be a little farther out than what you normally do. Okay? So listen to yourself, look at yourself, practice this. Let's do the breath one. Okay, same motion, but with breath. Think.
Think.
Thing.
Think.
Oh, here's the harder one. Month.
Month.
Throw.
Throw.
With.
With.
Bath.
Bath.
Okay, let's try it again. Okay, with or without the thumb. Okay, I'm not going to use my thumb right now, but listen to yourself. Okay, if you want, you can turn off my sound or you can turn on your microphone, but just please listen to yourself. Okay, think.
Thing.
thing,
Thing.
Thing.
month,
Month.
throw,
Throw.
with,
With.
With.
bath.
Bad.
Bath.
Okay, does that, do you hear and feel a difference in your pronunciation? Yeah, I hope so. You might feel a difference now, but you might not do it. Okay, so in order to change your pronunciation, it's really hard, okay, because this is muscle memory. Just like if you played soccer when you were a kid and then you didn't play soccer, when you play it again, your body remembers. This is called muscle memory. It's the same with pronunciation. Your body remembers. It's very, very hard to change pronunciation because you go back to the old habits. Okay, so the only way to do it is to practice a lot. Okay, and so I'm going to give you this conversation that you've heard already so that you can practice it. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is take a picture of this because I'm going to put you in breakout rooms. Okay. So tell me when, give me a thumbs up when you have the picture. Okay, good. Jarson, I see. Juliana, your video's not on. Did you know that?
Just a second.
Okay. I mean, I know what you look like. Oh, there you go. But it is, yeah, okay, good. And
Just a second. I will take a picture.
okay, sure.
Sherry, I had a teacher on my primary school a long
Yeah.
time ago,
Yeah,
and then she used to say for training.
yeah.
In Brazil, there is a sweet called paçoca.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a peanuts.
Yeah.
And then paçoquinha, paçoca.
Oh, so she used to use that word.
That's why it's training. Paçoca.
Oh. So
Is
what
a-
you're saying is that that actually is in, that sound is actually in Portuguese? The TH sound?
No, because paçoca, but she used to say with training.
Oh, she used to say it in the wrong way.
Yeah,
Oh,
paçoca.
okay.
Like
That's
the sound, the TH.
Yeah.
Paçoca.
Yeah,
Paçoca.
that's interesting. Okay, so
Yeah,
there's
good
another
training.
idea for you guys to say your word the wrong way. All right, so
I
yeah.
use a brains. I don't know the name is brains for my teeth.
Oh,
for put-
braces.
Yeah,
yeah.
for putting my mouth, my thing inside of my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Now I need putting my thing
Wait.
outside.
So when you had your braces, you couldn't say it, but you have
Yeah.
to put them back on. I had braces too when I was 40.
Yeah. Because I every time I speaking in Portuguese, but I
Wow.
use my
Yeah,
thing for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of my mouth. Now I need to put in my mouth.
So your mouth changed pronunciation with the braces for sure. All right,
Yeah.
so I'm going to unshare the slide, okay? And I'm going to put you in breakout rooms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put you in, you have 5 students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, okay. So I'll put you in 2 groups, okay? Okay, so I'd like you to practice this. Just practice as much as you can. Practice the conversation, practice the TH sounds in the conversation. You have 5 minutes, okay? Have fun.
Okay.
Have fun.
Oh my God.
What? What's
We're
oh my
talking
God?
a lot.
And this is part of why I wanted to make the class like longer, right? Because
Yeah.
it's so fast, like it's so fast, right? Okay,
Yes.
Darson and Juliana, could you read the conversation for us so I can hear? Yeah.
Okay. I'm Tali. Okay, Juliana.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Apple just announced their new phone, the Apple 28. It's so cool.
Do you really need another thing? Didn't you just buy a new phone?
Yes, but I need this one. It has
This one.
this one. This. This.
It sounds like
this one.
this. It sounds like this, right?
This.
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 Your tongue has to go out farther, Jarson.
This.
That's
This.
right. Yeah,
Oh my God.
I know it's gonna
Yes.
feel weird. Yeah, this.
Yes, but I need this one.
Yeah, better.
This.
Yeah.
This one. It has 5 cameras, so I think I need that.
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 Talia, you have enough things. I think you want it, not you need it.
You never understand me. I hate my life.
That's my favorite part. Okay, so for you, Jarson, the no breath TH is hard.
Okay.
You have to put your tongue out farther. Thing, oh, sorry, that,
This one.
This.
that.
this. It will be hard.
This.
Now, the good news is if you say dis instead of this, people will understand you, okay?
Mhm.
There's not another word that means dis, okay? So
Okay,
really, in
that's-
terms of understanding, it's not such a big deal, okay? But if you
Okay.
want to pronounce the sound correctly,
Correctly.
you stick your
Mhm.
tongue out. Juliana,
Thank
yours
you.
was great. Really, really good. All right, so let's move on. One of the problems that people have is with numbers. So numbers and letters, I guess Thursday, I mean dates, right? But if you, I've heard from many students that this is very hard to say for many reasons, okay? And we're going to do this in the next course, like the 30 and 13, that's a word stress, but the TH in 30 is hard to say. 30, okay? Let's
30.
practice this. 30.
30.
Good, good. So remember, you need to stick your tongue out and breathe. You know, 30, okay? Now, it makes it even worse when you're talking about dates because we use the ordinal numbers form and that has a TH at the end, which is really, really hard because saying this at the end is even harder than at the beginning. So we say, for example, if the date was December 10, we would say it 2 ways. You might say the 10th of December or December 10th. Okay, both are said and they're both equal and they're both equally difficult to pronounce. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this. Okay, I'll say it and you repeat. The 10th of December.
The
The
10th
10th of
of
December.
December.
Is that hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's at the end, right? December 10th. Again, repeat.
December 10th.
December 20th.
December
December 20th.
20th.
December 30th.
December
December
30th.
30th.
And the worst one, which I thought I put in here, but I guess I didn't, would be Thursday, Thursday, December 30th.
Ah,
All right, let's try that. Thursday, December 30th.
Thursday, December
December
30th.
30th.
Yeah, so you might want to skip that day on the calendar. Okay. All right, so you can practice these words as well. This is just, this is even harder, but you know how to do it now. Okay, you know how to do it. You have to stick your tongue out. So now I want you to, I'm going to give you more practice. This is about things and stuff. So this time you're going to make a conversation. Okay, a short conversation about purchasing and I did this because this is a word stress issue, purchasing an item at Old Navy. So for Mia, Old Navy, I don't know if you have Old Navy in Brazil, but Old Navy is a clothing store. Okay. And needing to pick up the clothes on just November 30th. Okay. So here's a picture of Old Navy. And just before you do that, I just want to make another pronunciation comment about this word. Okay. Now this word is like the hardest word on the planet for everybody, even native English speakers. And actually, here's a trick. People actually don't pronounce the TH in this word. This is how it sounds when I say it quickly. It sounds like that, close. So it's the same as the word to close the door. Okay, so when I buy clothes at Old Navy, because I like that store, because it's really cheap, okay? I go to Old Navy and I buy clothes. I don't buy clothes. It's too hard for me. Okay, so it's really hard for you. Okay, so there's a trick for you. Clothes, not clothes. Okay, okay, clothes. Okay, so take a picture of this. Okay, and you're going to make a short conversation about picking up your clothes at Old Navy. You don't have to write it if you don't want. You can just practice having a real conversation. This is speaking class, not writing class. If you want to write it down, then feel free to. But I will ask you to practice this when you come back from the breakout room. Any questions about this? Yes. Okay. I'm going to give you 8 minutes to have some fun making a conversation. Okay. So I'll stop the share now. And I'm going to put you in different breakout rooms so that you can meet other people, because Juliana hasn't met you all. And Erica wasn't here before. So I want you to meet each other. Okay, so 8 minutes, the timer is right. Okay, go have some fun.
Hello.
Okay, welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have fun?
A little bit.
A little bit, okay. Erica, Juliana, and Mia, let's hear what you did.
Yeah, yeah, start.
Okay.
Would you like to go to the Old Navy on November 3rd with me?
So wait. 30th.
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 Yeah, 30th.
It's almost
Yeah.
impossible.
I know, it's hard. I know.
Yeah.
Keep going.
What?
Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. What do you do in Old Navy, November 30th?
I need to buy some clothes for summer.
Oh, good idea.
I see you in mall on Thursday, November 30th at 5:30.
5:30. 5:30. 30. Okay.
Okay.
Juliana, can you say those words?
30th,
30th. 30. What was it? November?
30th,
What else was there?
November 30th,
Thursday.
Thursday,
Thursday.
Thursday,
Yeah. Thursday.
Thursday.
Now, when you start this, it's going to feel like you're being rude, like you're sticking your
Yeah,
tongue out, and
that's
it's going to
true.
feel like you have almost like it reminds me of cotton balls in your mouth, right? Like, when you wake up after you've had dental, they've frozen your mouth.
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah. You feel
Yeah.
like I know, blah, blah, blah. It will feel like that, but you need to listen to your own sounds. You'll see that if you practice what I've taught you, you will actually change your sound production. If you don't practice what I've taught you, you've wasted your time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because it takes a long time to actually change this. But you
Mm.
have, where's my PowerPoint? You have all the tools. You have all the tools now to do it. Okay. So I think we have achieved our objectives. So you know what a vowel and a consonant is, and you have the tools to create these two sounds. And I hope you had fun. Here's what's going to happen next. On Friday, I'm going to post a practice PowerPoint. I haven't decided whether to use YouTube, but anyway, for now, I made a PowerPoint. It has an audio in there for you to repeat these words. Okay, so it will be posted in the WhatsApp group. Okay, because I don't know, that's what I thought we should try. I will also post today's lesson so that you have it. It will be in there as well. Next week, we're going to talk about the terrible T, including the ED sounds that make the T sound. So a little bit of a continuation with what we did last week with some ED sounds for some of the classes. I did that. And just a reminder that you're welcome to come to any class. You can come more than once. You can come, if you really like me, you can come to all 3 classes. If you have lots of time, there's no problem. I mean, you can, that's the way I designed it. Okay, so there's a Tuesday and Thursday, if your schedule is open, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then this morning at 9 o'clock. Those are the 3 classes that we have. You're welcome to come. You don't have to tell me, just show up. It's the same link. And you'll get approximately the same thing. You know, it changes a little, okay? So that's how I'm going to end the class. Are there any questions?
No.
Do you feel that you can do this?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what the practice that I made is going to look like. There are the words that we practice. There are some sentences, and there's an audio for you to practice. So I'm going to post that. And just to finish up, I have this one question. What do you think? Do we have too many things? When do we have enough things? Any comments on that? Do we
I
have?
love hat. I love hat. And I
know
have
you
just one
do.
hat.
I know you
I
love
have just
that.
one hat.
Yeah,
But I have so many hats. It's around 50 hats.
you're
It's
kidding.
crazy, right? Yeah.
Why? Well,
Because
you know what?
I love
Your
them.
hats are my shoes. I love shoes. You love hats. I remember you bought me shoes from Brazil. I still have them. What are those? What are they called? What are the
Havaianas.
Havaianas? Yeah, I'm wearing them. It's almost time to wear them again.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
And any other comments on this before we finish? Because I am over time.
No.
Okay, you just think about that. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shirley.
Next week.
Thank you,
okay?
everyone.
Bye bye.